guys, this is exactly what you need to know about reasoning in writing. Listen, so let's say I'm writing an application essay. Again, that's only for applying for American universities, but if you target for some also top university in Canada, you don't have to write anything extra. You just fill out the application forms. That will be good enough. Okay. So you first write outline for essay, and then you find a proper title to indicate your label. I mean, how you want to label or brand yourself. Like you brand yourself as a person that values a lot about humor in life, or values a lot about, let's say, like teamwork, or values like leadership. It really depends on who you are and also what the college you apply for might be more interested. All right. So after you're done the outline, after you're done your first draft, you got to keep on doing the proofreading. And now for this time, or this layer, you got to check out the reasoning of your essay. Okay, so this is what I would do. Listen, after I check out my title, after I check out the very last sentence of the essay, I'm going to focus on every single one paragraph. All right, listen. I first check out the first sentence of the paragraph, and I check out the last sentence of the same paragraph. I try to find out the overlapping words. All right, so that means that this whole paragraph is very consistent. All right. For overlapping words, it could be the very exactly like identical words, or it could be synonyms, could be related words. For example, like if in the first sentence, I mentioned the keyword strength, all right? And then in the very last sentence of the same paragraph, I probably mention at great advantages. Guys, you see what I mean? So those are considered the overlapping words, or say the synonyms, all right? And then again, for the first and the last sentence in one paragraph, I also check out the tone, okay? If the first sentence comes up with a positive tone, then the conclusive sentence in the same paragraph should be positive. You see what I mean? And also, guys, I also check out the subject and noun of both my first and the last sentence of the same paragraph, all right? I better make sure that subject noun are consistent, talking about one same thing. Otherwise, you're distracting your main focus of the same paragraph. All right. So yeah, this is the first and the last sentence of one same paragraph in terms of reasoning. And then, guys, I do this same thing for every single paragraph. And also, I need to make sure for different body paragraphs, okay? And then you are talking about something very differently. You see what I mean? You don't want, for example, your paragraph 2 and 3 talking about something very similar. No, because in that case, it would combine the two paragraphs into one. All right? Okay. And then after I'm done with the first and the last sentence in one paragraph, I check out every single sentence next to each other. I try to evaluate if I can find the synonyms or overlapping words. That's called perfect reasoning. You see what I mean? All right. Again, guys, don't misunderstand the term reasoning. It's not only about application of a conjunction, like you actually use however, you use, for example, therefore, you use but not only the conjunction, but also the every single words in sentences next to each other. There should be the inner link. You see what I mean? There should be the inner link. Okay, so this is the second layer. I check out my reasoning. This is very important. Okay, guys, number 3. I'm 100% sure all of you are very familiar with the concept of style of writing. You've heard about this, right? But do you know what style of writing really means? What do you mean? Okay, for example, you're the reader, all right? So how do you find out the style of writing for reading, let's say, either the journal or the novel or whatever, like genres? How can you detect the style of writing from a certain author? Anyone? What does that mean, style? Flora, any idea?
Like from their word choice and every.
Very good, very good. So basically, style of writing basically refers to the word choices. All right. listen word choices, and also mostly word choices, and also the rhetorics. For example, some female author might be more sensitive and emotional. So throughout these authors' work, you probably see many descriptives with beautiful, beautiful adjectives. You see what I mean? So after reading her work, you probably can easily create image in your head, and then you can feel the emotion. You see what I mean? So that will be the style, the emotional style, right? And then also for other, let's say some, I'm not saying like females have to be emotional and the male have to be reasonable, okay? Like for some other authors, they tend to use a very small, easy, but very concise, accurate word. And you don't really see many adjectives at all. You don't really see many descriptives at all. Nothing image or pictures in your head at all. But you see all the calm and then blunt reasoning, all right? So indicating the reasons and then the potential risk, etc. So that would be more like a calm and a clean writing style, okay? So that would be more concise or accurate, okay? And also, for some other authors, that they are well known as being humorous or ironic, all right? So probably you can see, for example, like they try to use a lot of sarcasm, like words over there, or they try to create some kind of ironical situation, all right, out of people's expectation from your common sense. So that will be more indicating as a humor and also irony. Okay, so again, so this is what I'm saying, guys. So the style of writing is closely related to the vocabulary question we see in the SAT grammar section. You see what I mean? This is why you see that kind of test. And then let's say you are like now at the test day, you have to get up really early because usually it's better that you prepare everything you have to take with you for the next day on the test day. So that includes your admission letter or admission tickets. You need to print it out. You cannot show to the admission officers by your like electronic version or on your phone or email. No, you have to get it print out. All right. And then you need to take your photo ID in here. I guess driver's license would do if you have one, or just, take your card, anything like a photo ID. And for the, you're not allowed to take into any sketch paper. Some paper will be provided to you. And then if that is not enough, you can actually ask for more from the vigilator in the test center. So you don't have to worry about it. And also you can take your, like a calculator for math, that's fine. You can also bring your watch if it doesn't make any noise or for alarm or anything. And also you can bring into some of the snacks. There will be a locker for each of you, but it's a public locker. You don't have a lock over there. So make sure you probably should better get someone to go with you. So you can leave your wallet, your phone, or anything valuable to your friend or your parent, and then they can wait for you if you don't trust the public locker, okay? And also you're allowed to bring some snack because there will be 2 breaks. The reading, after you've done all the information filling up and everything, you can get started. And it's okay if you want to, skip maybe some of the passages that doesn't go the best with your taste. You want to leave it for the last, all right? That's fine. You don't have to follow the order as long as you get every question done during the limited time. So first of all, I believe the literature article is pretty easy for majority of you. So you can start from there. And then usually some of students might want to leave the pair passages, the hard ones, or the passage regarding American history as the last one. But guys, look, since you're allowed to bring into your watch, so that means that in some of the test centers, it's not mandatory for test centers to have to get a clock on the wall. So it is your own responsibility to keep track of the time, all right? So usually for the 5 passages, like I said before, you are advised to, allocate pretty much like 10 minutes for each passage, because you have to save some time for feeling the bubbles, and also check out all your answers, and also maybe a few minutes for the questions that you are not 100% sure. And usually by the time you leave the test room, that will be around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. All right. So yeah, that was a pretty long morning. You have to get up really early. Just get yourself, wake up very quickly by drinking some espresso or even a Red Bull. Okay. But I don't know how that works for you, because different people have kind of various habits. For me, I'm not really a morning person. I can stay up late, very late, and then still maintain my concentration, no problem. But I hate getting up very early. But if I have to for the test, and then I would get up way early than I should, because I like to do the warm-up practice before going to the test center. For example, I would get up at around 5 in the morning, and then I practice on a few questions and to get myself very confident. And then, guys, even for the warm-up questions, it doesn't have to be the hard ones, because the purpose for you to do that is to gain your confidence and wake up, get your brain to work, right? Activate your brain. You don't do the warm-up questions to learn. No, you don't have to learn. So it's better that you pick some easy questions, very easy question from maybe the textbooks you didn't even give much importance before, because the questions were way too easy. But that's the moment when you have to use the easy questions as a warm-up. Okay, you can. Okay, all right. And then the night before taking the test, guys, all of you are advised that you review the notes from all subjects in SAT. Review the notes. That's all you need to do the night before.